sagt il spepa beleopne spep tabi partner sufmilje no what nisia I jeans of no doubt na no what ni off no what na say but maybe we don't have time but I Jen and Papa hospital in there Tabby Thailand. Enga kai wasane zatai akai has none lots areas of that side like that Tabby Pokanasan. Ngani COVID kai job like these with Janawani is you. Etan sai kai anok yang hatnits in the salt tennis the that we salt berries the that Josh now now by Josh no ni yang hatnit kana tennis the plate the doctor and so it happy slow that okay and Jay at the funeral of daddy funny gun office happy job site anyway, Janawan is by 50 or less. Nawatni. I knew even Hadnits in the job parts of them. Every clan comes, so most of the time it's more than 50. I'm not happy seeing that way. But guys, leo na happy Masai choka. Nejak na baba baleo ja. I look with. Happy no tea on like no tea. Okay? Maybe Jimmy, you can say something about how it was with Dad. You worked with him and that you've done a lot of baths with him.
He's the opposite state. I just wanted to say a few words about John. I worked with him in the bush, Damien and I and John. All worked together in the bush, working for Pete Osland, another company. I worked with him a long time. Like I said, November, they took us to camp until December, Christmas. 3 months working in the bush and without seeing our family. And then January, right after New Year, they took us back to camp until Easter. That's how long we were from our family. We didn't say anything about being away from our family, but we tried to raise our family. And I seen John raise his family together. And now you guys are, how he raised you guys, you and Mary Ann and other sisters, Lucy. You raised your dad, how he raised you. And that's the big thing. My dad, his last breath, he said,
Gary.
son, I want you to know that you can't embarrass me after I'm gone. Even dead people can embarrass me. And that's how I live. I never embarrass my parents. So you guys want to do the same thing. I'm pretty sure you guys are a good family. Really, I worked with them after I heard about this mill starting up in Burns Lake. I moved my family from Snetters to Burns Lake, 1972. Force for 19 years before he got retired.
Hello.
And
And then Damien was
him and I, we were really Damien.
yeah.
We're all just like our parents, our cousins,
Yeah, I know.
Don Pierre and Damien's dad, Basil. They're all cousins. And Adam Williams' dad, they're all cousins. And we really happy together, like in the past. They never said anything to each other. They love each other like brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And that's the way our parents raised us.
Somewhere good.
It don't matter how much people talk about you or hate you. In return, give them a big smile. It don't matter how much he hurts you, give them a big smile. That's what our parents did to us. Paul William and Angeline William raised me, and I live like that. It don't matter if people hate me, I love them. God, on the Bible says, love one another like we love Jesus. That's the big words on the Bible. So I thank you, every one of you. Like John, he always smiled. He's a good person, never give anybody problem or trouble. He always carry smile and make fun, try to make people laugh. That's a big thing. I just want to tell you how much we're going to miss him. He's a good person. One time, in the morning, he always tried to work himself, and one morning he phoned me and said, Jim, I want you to pick me up. I pick up Peter Dennis, Roland Abraham, Sam Tom, and then John. And I said to him, hey John, what's wrong with your car? I said, oh, my car got dirty-minded. This car, we needed something. That's what he told me. And Roland and Sam Peter just started laughing. And he was talking about this, the computerized car. And one morning he couldn't start his car, and he said, my car got dirty-minded. And summertime like this, really hot weather. We work afternoon shift. 4:30 we start working. Foreman came along and said, hey Jim, I wonder you see John Perry. He didn't show up for work. I said, I didn't see him. Coffee break, 7 o'clock, we went to lunchroom, and then John came in and said, hey John, what's wrong with you? Didn't show up for work earlier. I said, he said the damn woman was walking down the street with, wearing shorts, and I was looking at her, and I was driving, and I reran somewhere. That's how much he carried laugh. He tried to make people laugh all the time. He was such a good man. Yeah. And everyone, like myself and Damien, we're going to miss your dad, your grandparents. It's really hard to lose our grandparents. I deal with it back in the 50s. My grandpa, he's from Kitayuka, Nay, but still he speaks good Carrier after he moved to Fort Badin. And one time there's lots of people in Japanese country like Japan. I got relatives, a whole bunch of relatives down there. And George Nadeau, I was talking to him and taught Saint-Pierre, Cliff Saint-Pierre, and they were standing around me, and I said, you know what? I said, my mom she's my grandma is from Tache area, Forsenby. My grandpa is from Kitayuka, and my grandma on my dad's side is from Morristown. And I'm just like Chinese food, I'm all mixed up. And I just wanted to make you guys laugh. You know, it's hard to deal with losing our parents. And your mom is still alive and you're going to come to her and you're going to feel okay after that. But we lost both our parents. Even now, when I go to my workshop, I was just bursting to tears, missing my parents. And that's the way, for over 50 years since I lost my parents, and still mourn and sometimes I cry for them. And I just want you guys to be happy and try to encourage each other with the good words. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Nizet akuz explicit inside did artist not helps and started in it on dinner. Jim and I are going to roll out of here because the food is so good every day. I just want to thank you for the hospitality and all the food that's been so expensive, that you guys work so hard to feed us. I'm in mourning, I'm not supposed to speak, but I wanted to also make you laugh. My John is my father clan. Him and Dad were very close. They're both from Old Fort. So he asked me to make a blanket for him, a drum case. So I sewed the drum case in Moosehide, and Dad said, let's go see John before the feast started, because John was having a big feast. So we ran up to his house and he took out the blanket and he said, it's good. And Dad said, I'm going to run to the bathroom. Anyway, he took out the blanket and he said, Mary Ann, you want to try it in the bedroom? I never forgot that. It was so comical. And then that was private, so it was okay, but he announced it at the feast hall. I tried this blanket with Mary Ann in the bedroom.
Did you guys get an
And that's how he was. He was a great hunter. He's a good speaker. He's a man of wisdom. Dad just honored him. They were like brothers. And he honored people. And the legacy lives on. I see that in Mary Ann, in the Nukwista, and all the grandchildren and the children. I see such a legacy. He was the only hereditary chief who had a totem pole at Smithers Landing, his father-in-law Dominic, and he helped him all the time. He was such an awesome man. He's my father clan and I'm his father clan, and what a loss, but you know, even though there's a loss, you carry it on. You have a legacy to fulfill, and that's a hard shoes to fill, but you will do it because you're such wonderful, wonderful family. And I want to thank you for having me be part, Mary Ann. Thank you.
Hej, postato si adi tedesni. John Richard Juntan, but big Juntan. It was John Pierre did that one. Some more than eight. John Pierre, George Day, the Olaford, in Verstappen, Ossiadi,
This is his-
the Fierne, Versailles, the on August, Saxony, the Papakaidinian country would be really tired. Later, jag faktiskt i Kostat, I stay in Allegorium.